17.1 work together. Number 1 then says that Velson Company estimates uncollectible accounts expense as 0.3% of its total sales on account. During the current year, Velson had credit sales of $2,152,000. The balance in the allowance for uncollectible accounts before an adjustment is an $853 credit. We're going to record the December 31st uncollectible accounts expense adjustment on a worksheet, and we're going to label that adjustment as E. So they just gave us just the very short portion of the worksheet that we need to make this adjustment. And so first of all, before we make this adjustment, we need to figure out how much we need to make. Okay? So what did it say, or how do we figure out what we should be setting aside, what our allowance for uncollectible accounts should be?
Times credit sales by 0.3.
Good. We need to take the credit sales that they gave us, that 2 million number, and then we need to take it times 0.3% because we're going to assume, we're going to estimate that we are not going to receive 0.3% of those sales. Okay, what do we get? Good, $6,456. So now I need to make my adjustment. Remember, I'm going to label that as E here. What am I going to debit? Good, I'm going to debit my uncollectible accounts expense. I'm labeling that as E. So 6,456. How did I get 6,000? You take the amount of credit sales, 2,152,000, times our 0.3% that we estimated. Okay, what are we going to credit? We're going to credit our allowance. Number 2 on our work together then, it says that we're going to journalize the adjusting entry on page 13 of the general journal. So here they give us page 13 of the general journal. Do we have to put adjusting entries here? We don't. See how they break the line here in our journal? This is just showing us that we don't have the full journal, so we're okay to just write in those adjusting journals. Or entries. I do need to put the date. I'm going to list my debit first, so my debit is my uncollectible accounts. Nope. Okay. Okay, I'll look at it. Thank you. And then I'm going to write down my credit. So I should have a debit to uncollectible accounts expense, and I should have a credit to my allowance for uncollectible accounts. Number 3 in our work together then tells us that we need to post the adjusting entry to the general ledger. So I'm going to post these 2 numbers. So the first one I'm going to post to my uncollectible accounts expense. I do need to write in the date here. What is my post reference number? General Journal, page 13, and that is a debit. Then I'm going to take this account number, 6165, and I need to put it up in my post reference on my general journal. Okay, then I'm going to take my next number, my I skipped over what?
Well, you did like the bottom one
Because that's the account that it goes to.
first. But yeah, never mind.
I don't know what you're talking about, I guess, sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, then I need to find my new balance here. Do I add those two numbers together or do I subtract them? I add them together. I have two credits. If they're the same credit, if I have two credits, I add them together.
That's actually my other question.
Okay. Again, I'm going to take this account number, 1135, and I'm going to bring it up to my post reference. What do I do to accounts receivable? Nothing. Accounts receivable is just going to stay the same. Any questions?